Picture this. It's a random Tuesday night. You open your banking app for literally 2 seconds just to check if your paycheck came in, and suddenly your mood changes instantly. Your balance is way lower than you expected. So now you start scrolling through transactions trying to figure out what happened. $15 for lunch, $8 coffee, $24 late-night DoorDash, random Amazon order, gas station stop, streaming subscription, another quick food run. Nothing looks expensive by itself. You didn't buy a Rolex. You didn't book a vacation to Miami. You didn't go on some crazy shopping spree. But somehow your money still disappeared. And now you're sitting there thinking, how am I already low on money again? If that sounds familiar, trust me, you're not alone. Millions of Americans deal with this every single month. And the scary part is, most people think they have a spending problem, when actually they have a system problem. Because modern banking makes spending feel invisible. Tap your card, tap your phone, one-click checkout. Done. No pain, no resistance. Money leaves your account so fast your brain barely even notices it happening. And that's exactly why small purchases quietly destroy people financially. Not because they're irresponsible, but because their setup makes overspending too easy. Here's the biggest mistake most people make. They keep all their money in one checking account. Paychecks go in, rent comes out, groceries come out, shopping comes out, bills come out. Everything flows through the same place. So, when someone opens their banking app and sees $2,500 sitting there, their brain immediately thinks, I've got money. But what the brain doesn't automatically calculate is this. Rent is already owed, utilities are coming, insurance is due next week, groceries still need to happen, gas still needs to happen, phone bills still needs to happen. So, even though the account says $2,500, maybe only $300 is actually safe to spend. But psychologically, it doesn't feel that way, and that's where people lose control. Behavioral economists have studied this for years. Human beings are terrible at mentally separating money. If all your cash sits in one giant pile, your brain treats all of it like spending money, which creates what experts call frictionless spending. Spending becomes too easy. And when something is easy, people naturally do more of it. Think about junk food. If cookies are sitting on your kitchen counter, you'll probably eat them. If they're hidden in the garage somewhere, you'll eat fewer without even trying. Same person, same cravings, different environment. Money works the exact same way. Your environment shapes your behavior more than motivation does. That's why I started using something ridiculously simple called the two-account system. And honestly, this changed the way I handle money more than any budgeting app ever did. Not because it made me more disciplined, but because it removed the confusion completely. Here's how it works. The first account is your bills account. This account has one job and one job only, paying fixed expenses. Rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, phone bill, internet, subscriptions, car payment, anything predictable every month. When your paycheck hits, the exact amount needed for bills automatically goes into this account immediately. And here's the important part. You do not spend from this account. No random shopping, no food delivery, no impulse purchases at Target, nothing. This account exists only to protect your essential money. Then comes the second account, your spending account. This is your real-life account. Groceries, eating out, coffee, entertainment, clothes, shopping, fun money. Everything flexible comes from here only. And this is where the psychology changes completely. Because now, instead of seeing one giant balance that tricks your brain, you only see the amount you're actually allowed to spend. So, Let's say you make $4,000 a month. Your rent is $1,500. Utilities are $250. Insurance is $200. Car payment is $350. Phone and subscriptions are another $200. That means maybe $2,500 instantly moves into the bills account the moment your paycheck arrives. Now, your spending account might only show $700 or $800, and suddenly your brain behaves differently. Because spending $40 on takeout feels different when you see $700 instead of $4,000. That one simple change creates awareness automatically without needing spreadsheets or budgeting apps. And here's the crazy part nobody talks about. This system doesn't just save money, it reduces stress. Like, seriously, reduces stress. Because your bills are already handled before you even touch your spending money. Rent day stops feeling scary. Unexpected subscriptions stop causing overdraft anxiety. You stop doing mental math every time you buy groceries. You stop wondering if you can afford something because your account already tells you the truth. And honestly, that feeling of control is something most people rarely experience with money. Most Americans aren't broke because they buy ridiculous things. They're broke because tiny, invisible spending slowly drains their paycheck before they realize what's happening. And look, most financial advice online is honestly exhausting. People tell you to track every dollar, stop buying coffee forever, never eat out, budget every single purchase, cut all fun from your life. But most people can't stick to that long term because willpower fades. Systems don't. The goal isn't to become obsessed with saving every penny. The goal is to build a system that makes smart decisions automatic. That's the difference. When your environment supports good behavior, managing money becomes easier without feeling miserable. So if you constantly feel like your paycheck disappears too fast, if you're tired of checking your bank account with anxiety, if you feel like you should have more money left over but somehow never do, try the two-account system. Seriously, it takes maybe 10 minutes to set up at your bank, but it can completely change the way you think about money forever. Because sometimes the smartest financial moves aren't complicated investments or side hustles. Sometimes it's just creating a system that finally makes your money make sense.